We don't condone the use of any illegal substance or any illegal activity. This video is intended for instructional and educational purpose only. Watch at your own risk. Viewer discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the garden where the green leaves sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it our way. Mr. Guinness got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden Cultivation Network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Shouting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow is a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden Cultivation Network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Happy Wednesday.
It's always a happy Wednesday. Always, always, always. How's your
Yes,
week
sir.
been so
Halfway
far?
through the week.
And how has it been so far?
It's been good. We had Monday off because it was a holiday here, so
That was nice,
it's
but
always
that really
good.
screwed me up this whole week. Every single day this week, I'm like, oh, it's only like today I thought it was Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Yesterday I thought it was Monday, it was you know what I mean? Like it's like this whole week I've been screwed up. Totally forgot that Monday was Monday because I wasn't at work. I just assumed it was Sunday. But
Yeah.
I'm not complaining because I had a day off at all. At all.
Yes. So last
Yeah,
Wednesday we had a great guest. We had Mad Scientist on.
we did. We did.
So if you
He's a
missed
super
that
cool dude.
episode, you can go back and rewatch it. Yeah, he is a super cool dude. Very nice.
Yes. And we kind of got talking a little bit with him, and we sort of kind of came up with some ideas when we were chatting with him. And at one point, he was going to do like a little coaching session with Bunny and I because he's an autoflower guy, and Bunny and I are not autoflower growers at all. So he was going to teach us each how to grow autos his way separately, and we were going to battle it out. And then it got turned into we're going to do a grow off or a grow along or whatever. We're going to have two teams, Team Bunny, Team Gannix, and we'll have people in the community if they want to join in and whatnot. But we just haven't figured out how we're gonna do it. We'll kind of shoot the shit about it and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't know where Bunny just went. She just ditched me. Grow off? Fuck you, Gannix. I'm out. But yeah, tonight we got a super cool guest. But before we get to him, Fridays we do Show Your Grow. We want everybody to come on up, show us your gardens, and when you do that, you get entered into a wheel spin. And then at the end of the month, we take all the weekly wheel spin winners and we put them onto a wheel and they can win a prize. So the last one was a t-shirt and CBD Irie got that. Actually, Dr. Danknugs won it, but he already had one, so he passed it off. And they just received that, I guess, the other day. So I was glad to see that made it. And yeah, other than that, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. And my co-host just dipped out, so I don't know if I should bring
I'm
Thurgood
still
on
here. I'm
now
still
or
here.
oh shit. But yeah, we're gonna have a great episode with Mr. Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins. Long
Yes,
overdue.
I'm excited for this one.
Long overdue. We were shooting the shit in the background and it's past 9 o'clock. We're like, oh shit, we're late. That's my bad. It's always my bad. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say unless you got something.
Nope, I think you said it all.
Cool. Well, I say we get to it then, because I am ready.
Let's
Poor
do it.
Thurgood. We're diving deep on you, buddy.
Video.
Diving in deep, huh?
Diving deep. Diving deep. How's it going, buddy?
It's going, brother. It's going. Thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Happy Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Happy Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Of
Hey,
Like I
and
course.
don't
said,
forget Garden Cultivation Network on Spotify.
see, we
Yes,
knew there was
sir.
a reason we brought you up here. We got Spotify, Discord,
Yeah. Don't
Twitch,
forget the Discord too.
YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
And
everywhere.
Twitter. Yeah. I
Trying
always
to get a
forget
little
about
bit
Twitter.
better with the whole YouTube thing. Trying to kind of learn more about YouTube, and I've been putting most of my focus into that. And Bunny puts most of her focus in on the IG side. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Quick
yeah,
shout
and
out to
Spotify.
Princess. She hooked me up with this hoodie, and I just
Yes.
wanted to shout her out. She always shows us love over on her show, so much love for Fresh Princess.
Absolutely.
Wanted to wear my
Oh
hoodie
yeah,
tonight. It's so soft.
nice. It is. We all should have wore them because we got
Yeah,
we got them too. Yeah, we should have been twinsies.
yeah. Other than the man.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a
So
mask.
before,
I should have worn my mask to fit in with your rainbow room.
Right, right.
yes,
Again, it's
before we
cool.
get too far into it, did you want to give a brief introduction for those who don't know who you are?
I'm Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins, man. Um, I'm a grower from Cincinnati, Ohio. I mean, we're legal here now to grow. When I originally started, like other folks, I might have been doing something else in the non-legal time, but that's hearsay. But yeah, so
Allegedly.
2020, when the pandemic hit, is when that really kind of kicked off. And, I didn't like what I was getting from the dispensary. We were a medical state at that point, but it was so fucking expensive, man. Like an ounce was 3 plus. And it's like,
Ooh,
what, for an ounce? Like,
wow, that's
yeah.
crazy.
So it forces you to shop in like the half ounce area where you get like $60 in-house bags, or half
Yeah,
bags, and
yeah,
that's bullshit. I don't want your bullshit. I don't want your smalls. If I want that, I'll
Yep.
just grow it myself. So I did.
yep.
It logically it makes sense. Well, then I found
Yeah.
myself growing fucking horribly,
I
horribly.
was gonna ask how your first grow went.
Yeah, horribly. Yeah, horribly. It was with
Do you remember what you were
ILGM.
using?
Huh?
Do you remember what you were using for your first grow?
Oh yeah. My first grow, I was using advanced nutrients. I was
Mm,
using ocean forest as a soil. That was too hot. I didn't know that.
right.
Yeah.
I remember when I was trying to do an auto feed, that backfired. I had one reservoir dump into another reservoir just because the level dropped. I didn't have that valve shut off, and I came in, rainbow room flooded, just completely flooded. And I blamed my
Crazy.
dude. I was like, dude, the fuck did you do? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I didn't go in there. Fuck, you got it locked up. And he's like, you got to put a code in. I'm like, he's like, I don't feel like finding the code or asking you for it. So, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I'm nervous to grow with water like that because I don't spend 24 hours a day at my house. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
scary when you leave while you're
Yeah,
trying to get everything dialed in. Like, is my house
exactly.
okay?
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
with
I would really
CO2,
like
right?
to. I love the concept of like those the ebb and flow systems and stuff like that. Like I love them. I think they're great, but they scare me a little bit.
Anything that builds and drains has that possibility to stay on and just completely overflow everything.
Overflow or leak or something, you know. So yeah, that's crazy. That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
How did
so
you how did you come up with the rainbow room?
So the Rainbow Room
Name.
actually, it's my buddy Dave, man. Him and his wife, they've had showed so much love for me. I actually wanted to get her name's Susan, and I wanted to get Slippery Susan from Exotic Genetics just because of that. Because I always felt like it all started with Susan. She bought him a tent at this it's called Bifida. It's like an auction bidding site or whatever here in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Okay.
And it was the 4x8 tent. And it got me on there, and I got a 3x4 tent. That's where the Rainbow Room started. We closed off a whole little corner in their basement, put a wall up, put a door up. I found a slotted door, and then I realized the light leaks, had to cover it up. You know what I mean? Everything changed, and it turned into the room that it is now, the Rainbow Room, the Romulan Rainbow Room. But
Yep.
everything really changed after the failures, right? I progressed, and I
Yes.
got to where I was at the Rainbow Room level, right? And AC in the right place, not in a 4x8 tent, a big ass AC in a 4x8 tent. You know what that does? Just sucks all the water out of there. So everything you're
Yep.
putting in is going right back out through that AC. And then you're dumping it with a bucket. So I changed all that. Ran the line through the wall into the laundry room, dumps right out into the drain.
Yeah.
But they gave me the name. Basically, we should call it the Rainbow Room. And or she said something about a unicorn going on the wall.
I
And
love it.
the wall that we made. And I said, what would you call it then? And she said the Rainbow Room. So it actually came between her and Dave that actually said it. I know I
That's
got
cool.
off,
Nice.
a little high.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what we do here, Thurgood. You know that.
Yeah,
Hell
I got
yeah.
one here.
That's what we do here.
But
Um. So how much has your grow rooms changed from when you started growing to growing now? Like, you kind of started talking about
yeah,
some of the changes that you made, but like, what about some of the equipment and stuff like that? Like,
oh yeah,
because I know the Rainbow Room's not tents anymore. It's just an actual room. You don't even use tents over there anymore. So
Yeah.
that's definitely
so much
changed.
easier. You're not restricted anymore. You know what I mean? You can go where you need to go. Everything's on wheels. My chair, all of the plants. I can move them out of the way. I can part the Red Sea like Moses or whoever it was that did it.
Yeah.
Part the Red Sea and get in there and get that one in the back. I'm not restricted by a tent and being a fat ass anymore. You know what I mean? I can literally
Yeah.
I can get back there and tend to it.
Yeah.
So, it's completely changed for me. And it was carpeted and it was holding all that water spillage. And then that
Mm.
built mildew. You know what I mean? There was just all this
Yeah.
shit that I was concerned with. And, once we tore all that out, he had a buddy that did electricity. We put a new power in on its own breaker. We had just one box for that and then left everything where else it was. It was just basic fans, but all the lights are on one box, one breaker, double the power. Like, so
Yeah.
much better. So much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Now you don't
know?
have to worry about
Yeah.
electrical
100%.
fires and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
100%.
Which, well, I
Yeah.
mean, we were just talking about that the other day. I think on Dr. Dank's show.
Yeah.
Um, I think it was Joe Dirt that came up. He was talking about how
Yeah.
he had just had a fire and was talking about electrical and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Having a
Mm-hmm.
fire extinguisher and stuff. Yeah. 100%. I need to get
yeah,
one
so that
myself, to be honest. Yeah.
yeah, no, but
Yeah.
that's important though, like making sure that you have the proper
Yeah.
amount of power and stuff like
Right.
that. Like I definitely don't have the proper amount of power here.
Right.
I can't go any bigger than I am right now. This is it. This is all I
Right.
can do. And I know Bunny's in the same situation at her place too. So
I got
And
two
I'm gonna tell you
setups, but I could only run one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it happens though. It happens.
Yes.
But
So what made you decide to just grow Romulans? Like, what got you into growing Romulan to begin with?
So originally, when we legalized in Ohio and I officially came out, when I met you guys, I met several
Came
other
out of the
people along
tent.
the same time, right? Because you didn't want to be exposed that you were growing. You know what I mean?
right.
And then we
Yeah.
legalized in Ohio, we could grow. like legit. We could go to shops and talk about marijuana with people, with cannabis with
Mm-hmm.
people. We could use those terms again. You know, I actually got kicked out of a local store down here just for, you know, talking about weed and bringing in a stem that I broke and I needed to replace. Well, that's what are you doing? You can't bring that in. That's used. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's a piece of glass. I'm not bringing in a fucking a bud here. Check out this bud. That ain't
Yeah.
your glass. It's a piece of
That's
glass.
crazy.
But
That's crazy. But I mean, I guess it makes sense, sort of. But like at the same time, it's like, holy fuck.
so when we legalized, you know, I decided that I wanted to come out on the Instagram and actually talk to people and learn some more stuff because I was learning stuff. I just wasn't being successful at my harvest. So I was trying to get more seeds because I had gotten all these seeds off of Facebook. And you don't know how old they are. That one that I got in there now, that SOFM that I got outside, that's at least 6 years old because I got it in
Yeah,
2020.
that's
So I had
crazy.
Yeah.
collected all these seeds, souvenirs,
Novelty
and
Yeah, not
seeds.
no. I was just gonna say that.
souvenirs, novelties. But I had all these autos and I hadn't had any good luck with autos. So I didn't want to try another company and it be a failure too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No shade on SoFam at all. I had been let down, I felt like, by so many autos already. And it was me as a grower not being able to handle an auto. And it's not a beginner plan, you know? Like when you just started, you shouldn't go to autos. But
right. I
you
I couldn't agree with
just
that
started,
more.
then you got autos.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
That's
But when I went
that's
on
great.
the Instagram and I started getting in the giveaways, every giveaway I saw, I was adding to it, and then I started seeing shows pop up. I started seeing a little live bar popping up, other show, and the Cosmic Cotton Candy, Gigi. Much love to Gigi. You know, if it wouldn't have been for her, I wouldn't have ever been hooked up with Ronald. Uh,
Right.
Also, shout out Dark Star. We were on his thing too,
Yep.
and Silly Mike. Silly Mike, he actually did a lot of giveaways. He's much loved for the community. Um, but I went on all these shows and I met Gigi, her and Debo. Much love for Debo too.
Yeah,
And
Debo's a super cool dude.
yeah, and Jake was on there one night from Romulan, and he had this giveaway that he was doing, and then he decided he was going to give it away to the whole chat, right? And it was the Mellow Kitty, and it was
Okay.
pretty crazy, yeah. And everybody tuned in or sent emails, but what everybody did was they told their buddy, and then their buddy emailed, and then it just blew up, and it went from like 25 of us, 35 of us that was in there to like 100 and something fucking people tried to sign up to get free seeds for ramen, and it was really bad. They
I
probably that
bet.
number isn't actually correct. My very first connection, and then they formed the Mellow Kitty Mafia, which is everybody that was growing the Mellow Kitty, and we could all communicate and do all that in there. Well, then in the Mafia, Jake actually hooked several of us up that actually showed up and were participating and made us
Oh,
testers,
That's
basically
cool.
like celebrity testers. Like our data was basically being in the Mellow Kitty Mafia. He was in the
Yeah.
group, Gigi was in the group, like, and we just all hung out in there. So that's how we
That's
got
cool.
hooked up. Long way
And
around the
nice.
bush.
the way that we got hooked up with Jake Romulan Genetics was through you.
True.
Yeah,
Not that I've
Thurgood.
grown them yet, but we had him on the show a while back, and the reason why he came on the show was because you brought it up, and you actually reached out to him for
yeah.
us, and kind of set up that whole like us
Well,
meeting him type shit. So
he's got knowledge,
that's
man. Like if you brought him
he
on, you
does.
learned
He
something.
does.
Yeah,
Oh, but fuck, dude, I learned a lot the night that he came on. A lot. Like
100%.
he was just dropping gem after gem after gem, and I didn't even want to talk. I just wanted to listen to him because he had so much coming out.
Yeah,
So that was super cool.
that's the homie,
You
man.
mentioned you mentioned that you made this character, Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Where did
So,
where did the Thurgood Jenkins come from?
so the Thurgood Jenkins, it's probably who most everybody knows is Dave Chappelle's character from Half Baked.
Yeah.
I'm not a black dude. I'm a white dude. Not that that matters, but you know, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the name of my place is Black Azz Farm. That has something to do with it too. And that's that
Yeah.
silly Mike guy I
Yeah.
was talking about. It actually suggested if your spot was called Black Azz Farm, he's like, that'd be the shit. You know, because I hadn't named it here yet. This was just like Rainbow Room #2, basically.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And all my devices, you know. So I forgot what's the one with that.
How you came up with your name?
Oh, so Half Baked, Thurgood Jenkins, Black Azz Farm. It all come from Half Baked. And he goes into the bodega to buy some weed. And the guy in the bodega doesn't, he's like, I don't speak English, blah, blah, blah. Tries to play him off. And he's like, oh, come on, man, you know me. And he moons him, shows his black ass to him. So he's
That's
like,
how it
hey,
became Black Azz
black
Farm.
Black
ass,
Azz Farms.
why didn't you moon me earlier, eh? So yeah, I swear. And I was like, it has to be Black Azz Farm, Thurgood Jenkins. It's a perfect.
It just
It's
makes
like a marriage made in heaven, you know?
right. It makes
Yes.
sense. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that's
Love
funny.
it.
What's the biggest failure you've ever had in your garden, in your
Oh,
opinion?
man. I what I should
And
have
it could be
done
anything.
always.
Could be
Well,
could be leaks, could be nutrients, it could be lights, could be anything.
oh man. Like I lucked out with the cheap lights that I bought at the beginning. I bought the Bipar Spectra, the green ones that they had, the P1000, the
Yep.
P1500. They were pretty cheap, you know, 50, $60, but they put out a lot of power. They were hella hot.
Mm.
But I was compensating with that. I wound up buying an AC, and you know, and I was like, why am I just doing it in these tents? You know, anyhow, so everything changed. But at the very beginning, I just bought everything. Like I tried to do, you know, the drips, you know, with the 3 different reservoirs, one for flower, so I can have both tents differently. One going straight to veg and still be in veg, keep a mother plant that I wanted. You know what I mean? And I would be
Yep.
this reservoir, and then this one be flower, and then this one just be plain water because I need plain water. You know what I mean? And it just all didn't work out. I had issues with the hose and line. I had the clogging up with the drippers, and which one, you know, and it kills this plant. So you know, there's a failure. Uh, I've had so much. I had these autos again, Facebook, the waffles, the
Yep.
what was it called? It was something cherry from Master Sensei was the name of it. It was
Okay.
something cherry, and it was a 5-pack. I put all 5 in. One of them come out perfect. Little small auto, about normal size that I would grow. Cece grows huge ones. Shout out to Cece.
Yeah,
You know,
she
she's in the
does.
chat right now, I'm sure. She's probably already in bed. I don't know.
Oh,
No, she
she's in
was.
the chat.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna say
so
I just saw her just a few minutes
yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
worked on time. Everything was perfect. The other 4 reached the top of the tent. I had to bend them over and break them. And this is the 4x8. Break them, bend them down. Then they come back up. I had to cut them off. And they just kept going. They would never flower. They were just
Oh
all the
shit.
time. They just kept growing and growing. Like they never. And I tried flipping them 12-12. That was like half of my harvest. Like that was the worst. That was the worst for me. And I'm like, fuck all those. I just,
Yeah.
you know, photo periods. And then I lucked out with the Jake thing, and it was just on from there, you know, with the Ramagranate and the Mellow Kitty. And it was just,
Yeah.
he even had pictures of him on his old account where he lost it on IG. Like it was so pretty. That Mellow Kitty was gorgeous. And
I saw a bunch of you guys growing that one
yeah,
out, and that was
yeah.
just a nice plant in general. Like all of you
Mm-hmm.
guys grew some really nice stuff.
Yeah,
So
that was literally one of the last runs in the 4x8. After that, everything changed. You know what I mean? It was
yeah,
Romulan that changed everything for me. Everything.
yeah. So would you say like when you got into the Romulan, then was that kind of like when you were like, oh yeah, I need to start taking this serious? Is that kind of when that all?
Yeah, yeah. But by then, I had already it felt like I had grasped enough to get me where I wanted to be. And then once I started realizing, okay, the pH thing, I need to take more serious. I had these by Milwaukee. They're on the wall. They're meant to go in like a reservoir and monitor the pH and the EC or ppms of like a tank or aquarium, whatever. You can use them for anything, but
Yeah,
these have to be for hydroponics, supposedly. And they're just not accurate, man. I mean, they're so far off, and it's just a bump of this little knob, and they're just way out of, it's so anyhow. I bought a blue lab. I won a blue lab, and then I bought the EC meter, the Tracheon, the stick as
yep,
well. And I got them for the
love it.
rainbow room, and I got them for here because they are so important. I started realizing what I was doing wrong with the ocean's forest. I wasn't doing any of that back then. I bought it, and I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't calibrate it. I didn't use it, and now I'm got good genetics. I'm a part of this grow group. I need to take it more serious. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
And I upgraded everything, man. Everything changed. I had an Apira at one time, but I sent it back. Uh, it came all dried up and wouldn't calibrate at all. Like, but the
yeah,
blue lab is the only thing that I found that works for me.
yeah.
Waterproof.
Have you
I've
ever,
had the. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. It has to do with the conversation. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've had the like the little cheap Amazon ppm
The yellow
pens
one?
and the cheap,
Yeah,
yep, and I've had the cheap Amazon pH meters, and
yeah,
I bought multiple of both. Which
yeah.
is funny because looking back when I started growing, I never checked my ppm really. Like it just wasn't really a thing. I would check it thinking that I was doing something cool or whatever, but I really honestly had no idea what it even meant.
Oh, 100%.
So
Yeah, when I bought
I
that at
stopped
Param,
using
it
it.
measured all three. So it was the EC, PPM, and and it
Yeah,
was just in the
Yeah.
pH. And I was like, oh, dude, this is perfect. And it was
yeah,
like $89. Like, man, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know this name. And then I looked around. I said, well, there's some other people using it. And I was like, fuck it, I'll pick it up. And I think it was because of Amazon. It ain't necessarily the company. You know what I mean? It just wasn't
yeah,
handled
Yeah.
right, set in the
yeah, which
warehouse.
is very possible. Like you're not supposed to let them dry
Yeah,
out. You know what I mean? Like there's
yeah.
certain things that we're not supposed to do to them, and
Well,
I mean, I
well,
do my
it has
best
to be
not
like
to, but I mean, I do sometimes.
evaluate down, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's like mine too. Like I always used to lay mine down. Now I have it. There's a pin in my wall, and it's hung on the wall, and it stands up all the time, so I can put the storage solution in there. And
You
but
got a
I
food
never checked my
program.
my ppm after a while. I was like, I'm not growing hydroponics. What do I need to check that for?
Yeah,
And no shit. What was it, Bunny? Maybe a year ago, I bought the same one that you were just talking about, the truncheon.
the Tracheon, yeah.
Yeah, I bought that and I've been using it ever since. I absolutely love it. My feeding has just become so much more dialed in.
Consistent. When you
Just
know it's out of that range, right? And that's the
yep,
thing. That's what I liked about that Athena. They give you this chart, and it tells you what range you should be in. You got to remember, I add salt and I add stash blend too. So I know it's going to be a little off just because of those two alone, right?
yeah,
The salinity of the salt is going to whack out, everything. But they need it because I'm using Pro Mix, and there's nothing there,
nothing
and I
in it.
need I
Yeah,
need more than what these Athena's given. I know the plants. I know what I've seen with Athena and the stash blend. That's the silica too. That's my silica source. I know you use the rice hulls. I thought about doing rice hulls. They take a little bit longer to break down, so
I
I
also
worry about
used,
the full
but I also
potential.
used the high shield from Hygrozyme as well, which
Yeah,
is it's not silica, but it does very similar things to what silica does
Yeah.
with strengthening the inner cell walls, and you know what I mean. So it does. Um, it does a lot of what silica does. So it's not synthetic per se, but it's not silica either.
right.
So, but the rice hulls take a long time to break down and actually become. silica, they will over time. But like I got soil that's like over a year old, and it still has rice hulls in it from a year ago. So
Yeah.
they take a while.
Yeah.
So, but you were gonna say something, Miss Bunny, before I rudely interrupted and talked for another
I
10
was
minutes.
gonna ask if you ever ran into pest problems, and if so, how did you manage that?
Fungus gnats. I did see spider web one time in one plant, but it was only that one plant. Uh, but it was in a 4x4, so explain that. It didn't bother any other plant except that one.
Weird.
Um,
So
yeah,
strange,
But
it was
was
eh?
all
it
over,
was
it was
it
all over
spider
the top
mite web or
all.
was it a spider web? Because that's
No, it was a spider web. Like their spider had made a nest in that motherfucker. Like it was
yeah,
crazy. It was again in the back of the tent, and I couldn't get to that corner at the time. It was wedged in the corner, and it was on the back side. I didn't see it. You know, I didn't go back there. Unfortunately, I should have.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And how did you deal with your fungus gnats?
Just sticky traps. That's the only thing I ever did. They weren't ever
Shit.
super serious. Hell, I got them here in I got damn drain flies now here in Ohio. Like sons of bitches.
Yeah.
This is bad as
Yeah,
man.
those things are weird. Those drain flies. I've seen those before. I work for a plumbing company. Like one of the things that the company I work for does is plumbing, so I see that shit too.
Yeah, fucking crazy,
Crazy.
man.
It is
So what you
crazy.
guys smoking on tonight?
Tonight,
Gelato.
yeah,
Gelato? Yeah.
Yes,
33?
funny
sir.
that you it's funny you brought up Gigi because I'm smoking on the most wanted Vatorade right now.
Yeah. That's what
Nice.
I'm doing, man.
So, um
So
when
what
you're
about
choosing,
your?
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was
Nope.
just gonna ask him about his growing style.
There you go.
You
Go.
do any
Go with it.
training or topping,
You
lollipopping? Nothing.
know, I have those stakes in the arms.
Pause
He's
for the cause
smoking.
for a minute.
That's right.
Gotta pause for a cause.
He's got a doobie hole. That's funny.
Got a glass tip. It's a glass tip. Yeah. Sorry, Bonnie.
Good idea.
No, no.
So
Always pause for the cause.
I have those stakes in the arms, and so I grow everything up through those, and along the way, I give them the legs. You know what I mean? Other than that, I always, any leaf going back inwards into the plant, those are gone. I don't give a shit what they are. They're gone. They're blocking airflow and they're blocking light from getting down in there. And that's what I want. And the bigger they get, they're just taking up more room and they're not helping. They're hindering any other buds down below from getting any fatter. So I always take them
Yes.
out. Other than that, I don't really train them. That's where I've gotten to. I did do the one in the skull, Miss Bunny's favorite.
Yes.
Uh, I did that one, and I used some of the Ogo bud clips, the Gorilla strength trainers, and then I used some of Gambit, some of the ones he had that were the folding ones,
The
where you
adjustable
The
ones.
bendable, yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
yeah.
I like those.
So yeah, that's the first time really I'd used bud clips. I tried them before. Uh, Scrogging wasn't really a thing for me. Again, I like being able to get in and move everything around,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that puts them in place. And I tried it on the skull, and it was all right.
I love the concept of a scrog net. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the concept of it makes so much sense to me. But Bunny, do you remember Hemp with Gigi?
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
take a drink, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, no
He was the
worries.
same thing. He loved the concept of
Hey, shout out to the
scrog net.
chat too. Much love to y'all, man.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for y'all, none of this would be happening right now.
Nope.
100%.
Exactly. Um what was I saying? Oh yeah, he went with the whole like you break your whole tent down into 6-inch squares or 4-inch squares, whatever you decide, and in
Mm.
every one of those squares you put a cola. So you just keep training your plants out and you would train him like
Yeah.
it's a scrog net, but there is no scrog net because he
Right.
also likes to
Yeah,
be able
by
to get
eye.
in and
Right.
move the plant if he had to, or get in there and clean the tent if he had to, and
Right.
stuff like that. So his theory behind the whole thing was really cool, and I never realized it, but my theory was very similar to what his was. Different, but like we both got to the same result or similar results with a whole different thought process behind it. But when he explained it his way to me, I was like, no shit. And he learned all of that from Dr. MJ Coco. Kind of took him along on the ride and basically taught him
Yeah.
everything he learned. And then he turned around and started educating on YouTube. And then I got linked up with him and he kind of like taught me the whole thing as well. And it just made so much sense to me. And I was like, man, that's exactly how I need to do it from here on out.
Well,
Is pretend you got a scrog net, but you don't have one.
well, yeah, I just basically just, let them get to the stop, grow where they finish beds and flower to finish a stretch. You know what I mean? And you can just fuck, manipulate what you have. But like I said, make sure everything's opened up. And
Yeah,
those arms make it kind of like a tomato cage. If anybody pictures a tomato cage, they
yeah,
kind of hug it in, right? And you can even adjust them and make them tighter if you need to. But it gives you a place to tie stuff off too, so you're not just
yeah,
stuck to those arms. You can move them around and tie, put another stake in, whatever. And I do that sometimes to spread it out and get that center open and just get as much as I can, not just
yeah,
that
Yeah.
defoliation back in, but I do that all the time because it just drives me crazy. I feel like it's just robbing everything from the center. And I know they're big solar panels and that's what they're there for, but I'm watching you grow
Yeah.
freaks and I'm just like, how? Like there's nothing there. There's no solar
right,
panel. How does this even
That's
work?
right.
Like
right.
I'm so blown away and it's looking awesome, brother. Much love.
It's pretty
Because I
crazy.
don't know
So
that it feels like it'd be an auto to me.
right. So I was talking to CB Tree yesterday. We were trying to figure out like how many days of flower these things are. Somebody had asked that question on one of the freak posts that I had put out, and both of us were like, "Oh fuck, I don't know. No idea. Don't know." So Shadowborn Genetics just happened to reach out to me because of the post. He just said it looks great or something like that. It wasn't like we didn't have a full blown conversation or anything, but I was like, well, I got you here. How many days of flower are these? And then he told me that it's a minimum of 80 days. He said the shortest he's seen is 80-day flower, but he's never seen anything uh, sorry, the shortest flower he's seen on them is 80 days, but they usually go a little bit longer than that. So he said, I wouldn't expect it to finish anything before 80 days. So it's a bit of a longer strain too, which I'm getting a little worried about because they're going to be giants.
They're
They're
big.
stacking up in there
Yeah.
and they're only like 3 or 4 weeks into flower. 4
Yeah,
probably now.
yeah,
So
they're awesome, brother. 100%.
crazy. The
Like it
amount of
makes,
shit that these plants have been through though to get to where they are right now is,
yeah. I mean, they
you
used
know
to
what I
be
mean?
wild, man. They were wild plants.
Yeah.
Granted, we've bred out a lot of that wild nature, kind of like a stallion when you break it. You know what I mean? And you've taken some of that away. I do feel. I mean, true heritage genetics. I think there's something to that, 100%. But
Definitely.
Yes.
it's interesting what everybody's doing. I really like that Jake switched it up after being doing this. I think 2017 when he started actually putting it out there. But he's been supplying California people and everything out
For
there.
a long time.
Just online basically in a presence in the community. So I don't know, man. I forget where I was going. I'm fucking high. Sorry.
That's all
Me
right.
too, Thurgood. Me too.
You're at the Garden Cultivation Network, baby. That's what we do.
I mean, it's
You are
fucking
allowed.
hell, dude. Like, I'm again much love to the chat. I appreciate
Absolutely.
you having on after we've had so many giants on here. You know what I mean? And I'm just here. I'm one of the homies.
You
And
are one of
you
the
guys
homies.
had Perry on one of the shows. Like it was
And
the
there's a
first time I've ever
lot of
been live
there's
showing
a
my
lot
garden.
of people here for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we
I
got
appreciate
80 people
everybody.
kicking it in the chat right now.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
appreciate everyone being here. 100%.
But that's the thing, though, Thurgood. You've become like a very, I'm gonna say, like a staple member in the community. There's not a lot of places in the community that you say Thurgood Jenkins and people don't know who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
but
you know,
anytime you hear somebody talk about you, it's always positive. It's nothing but positive. I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about you.
no, I mean,
So
I can be an
that says
asshole,
something.
you know.
Sure,
You
we
know,
all can. We
yeah,
all can.
but no, it's all love. I try to be, I try to look past the bullshit. You know what I mean? I try. There's
Yeah.
some stuff that's unavoidable. There's some stuff
Yes,
that
sir.
kind of shrug your shoulder and just be like, does it really involve me? I'm just here for them. You know what I mean? Like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You just got to pick and choose your battles, man. And I just try to
Exactly.
show support wherever I can. And I like I said, the Fresh Princess, El Canisaur, Crimson, Dead by Dawn, like
Yep.
Chris from Seed to Harvest podcast too, with with El, like all the people that I hang out with, like we're in the chats together. Like El will come over and be in our chat. He might be in there now. I don't know. I can't see
Yeah,
really.
he's here. He's
He's
here.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, you know,
He was
that's
one of
the
the
thing.
first ones here.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he made designs and sent them to me. Like that's love, dude. That's why I'm always
Yep.
sharing because
Without
people show me
asking
love.
to.
If you show me
You know what I
love, I
mean?
show you love. I
L
mean,
was
it's
the
just,
guy in the community that was doing that shit without asking him to.
yeah,
He would
like
just do it,
yeah.
So
Crop culture, Chris. Let's not forget crop culture, Chris. He might not be doing what he was doing, but he was doing it. You know what I mean?
exactly.
And
And he's still a
fire
super
weed.
fucking cool dude either way,
Fire weed. People in the community. Like if we support one another, we can continue this.
Yep.
Just
Hmm.
not let them take it away from us, man. Like that, it makes me sad even thinking about it. We were talking about that earlier, in the chat with the Parkinson's video that I posted, reposted in the shorts. And
Yep.
I think it was a year or two ago that I posted it when Instagram kicked me out. You know what I mean? And I'd lost
Yeah.
everything I'd been building, and it was this whole story, and
Yep.
sharing from the old show that you guys were on, all those stories that I had, everything was just gone. I had to
Yep.
start
Yeah.
completely over again. And I was just so pissed at Zuckerberg. And I'm like, this is what this plant is doing. It's actually helping people. Like you look
Hmm.
at this guy 4 minutes later after taking some RSO, sits up and asks this man if he's hungry. His hands are dead steady, and he was shaking and couldn't barely talk without was he's trying to talk. And then he starts having a
Mm.
normal conversation as you and I have, just for some RSO.
Yep.
Didn't smoke a
Yeah.
joint. He wasn't a stoner. He was just some
Yep.
RSO.
And look at
Like,
what they just fucking did in Texas, or
yeah,
what they're
all the
doing as we speak
people,
in Texas right now.
That
Like
is
yeah,
that,
crazy.
man.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Life
When I hear
sentence,
stories like what you just
life
told,
sentence over a plant. Are you fucking kidding me?
yeah. I
Hmm.
watched a guy today. He was like, you can have 3
Makes me sick.
DUIs
Makes me
before
sick.
it becomes 1 gram of cannabis. You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Like 1 gram is a felony. That's fucked up.
yeah.
That is
$10,000 fine
disgusting.
minimum, I think it is, or some shit. Something wild. Like,
I'm not even like I'm in Canada. Like I'm so far from Texas, but the fact that that's happening right now, like
Is
it's
mind
far
blowing.
away, but it's not that far away. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
insane.
to watch them just go backwards like that, like it was like what the fuck? I don't know.
I
I'm gonna have
mean,
to do a little bit more research into it to actually
we need to look
follow
too, because
along
I
with
mean, were they
exactly
not
what's
getting
going on.
tax
But
dollars on the shit that was being sold there? Like,
right,
were they not
Mhm.
receiving that? Then can that be fixed?
right,
Then so they can get shit back in order? Like, what the fuck?
yeah. I shared a video or repost whatever, the arrows on Instagram. You hit that button and it reposts or whatever it is. I did that with a video, and it was a politician in Texas talking in front of a whole crowd of people. and he just went on about it. Like he's against the whole thing of what they're doing, and he just went on and on and on about it. And every point he made, I was like, oh my God, like it's just, every point he made was just so true. But it was such a like a heartfelt speech that he made. Like he obviously has somebody in his family that uses it, that's suffering from some of the things that people use cannabis for, but it was
And
just,
that's,
it's crazy, man.
I mean, that's the thing with me, even as a kid when I was trying to grow, I tried growing underneath my entertainment center, painted the inside black, and put
Yeah.
an actual black light, up in there thinking I was going to grow. That was funny as fuck. Didn't happen, obviously.
I did that
But
too.
How
I did
did
that
that
in a
work out?
speaker one time.
yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Funny.
So I
That's
mean, I
funny.
Did
tried
you
I
get a harvest?
Oh no, it did. It was a
No, it didn't
sprout.
go that
It
far.
was white. Yeah, it was white. It was completely white and just like a big bean sprout. Yeah, it
Mm,
was weird.
yeah.
I'd never seen anything like it. I've never grown anything like it again. Obviously.
yeah,
Uh,
that's
yeah.
funny. That's funny. So when you're growing not in the rainbow room, because I know you grow elsewhere as well.
Mhm.
Um, how do you choose your genetics for there? Because I know you don't. You run Romulan exclusively at the Rainbow Room,
Right.
but at Black Azz Farms, how do you go about choosing your genetics for that?
So originally, I was trying to do like half a tent, and I started looking at shit, and I'm like, well, I'm only having two cultivars. What if one is ass and the other one's ass? And I said, let me put a couple different ones in there. And I said, when I start looking at that, I only got so many from certain breeders. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well, who deserves a spot? Like right now, I've got all these regs. And if I do a reg run, I have to do some hunting. And I don't necessarily want to do hunting right now.
yeah,
So we have to go with photo films. So I'm like, I've got a bunch of photo films. I've been dying to do a Gary run because, my real name's Gary,
yeah,
my first name at least. So when I sit and I think about it, okay, I don't necessarily want to do a whole Gary run because what if this, what if that? So then I look at what haven't I grown before by that breeder. Like I haven't grown by them. Okay, I've grown by them. And I'd weigh, does this sound more interesting than what I got from them previously from the other person? And then I'm like, I'll go with this one. And then I'll kind of go back and forth till I just finally narrow it down. But usually I get two or like four different ones. I have four
nice.
different breeders. I try here. I originally I was like I said, I was trying to do half and half, but now,
Yeah,
I just do a whatever tent. You know what I mean? Like I just whatever.
yeah. I look through what I got, and I'm like, okay, what do I got? And
Yeah.
I'll kind of like separate. Okay, I've done this, I haven't done this, and it's kind of similar, but then you kind of
Yeah.
start picking through your favorite ones that you've grown too sometimes. Like, have you
I
ever
haven't
gone back
regrown
and
anything yet.
regrown stuff? No, you haven't?
No, I haven't regrown anything yet.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. So obviously then that's, you don't
The
clone
only
then
thing I
either
could say would
because,
have been the Romulan IX2, and that was only because I took cuttings.
right.
You
Okay.
know what I mean? Right before flower, I took cuttings, and then whatever was, male, female, and I called them. Threw them away. Once I seen the sex, and I just kept those, and I took those cuttings to the rainbow room. I threw away the cuttings that
Right.
I knew wasn't, you know,
Yep. So that was the only time that you did cloning then. So that
yeah.
was everything that
No
you
time
do
was
is
good
from
experience.
seed and it's first round and then it's gone. You're on to the next.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
I didn't do anything else.
There's a lot of genetics out there. There's a lot of different cultivars out there that,
No.
you
I've
know,
got a son,
we'll
nowhere
never
near
get to grow them all. So,
lot, but I've got a
Yes.
son, and I just feel I feel blessed. Like I said, when I came on, I was entering them giveaways, man, and I think that's where I made
oh
myself
man,
really hanging out in the chats from them giveaways, and then actually going and to these people's pages and interacting with them and stuff, man, and and showing love back because, like I said, they're here in the chat showing up tonight I'm a nobody,
Absolutely.
dude. I'm just a grower from Cincinnati, Ohio. My name's Gary. You know what I mean? But
I'm just a
it's
regular, normal, everyday dude.
Gary. You know what I mean? Cece sends me these things about thinking of Gary, and I think it's a hamster or something that's in it. And it's adorable, dude. But that's what I came here for. I found my
Yeah.
people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I found some
absolutely.
Yeah.
guy, no Doug's. Shout out to him. I know I haven't said his name. J Rats. I found my people. CB
Yeah.
Tree, CB Ivory, CBD Ivory. Like, I found my people, man.
Yeah,
Fresh Princess,
absolutely.
like, these are my people. I love it
Keep
here.
saying People keep saying it's buffering. I got it playing on my phone and I don't think I've seen it buffer once.
I
I
haven't paid
haven't.
attention, so.
But it's more than one person saying that it's buffered. I've been watching in the chat. I've seen it a few times. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
mm,
Crazy.
yeah.
Oh well.
But that's the thing too, hanging in those channels. Like Elle made me a moderator, and it's
Yep.
just CC did the same thing. Fresh Princess did the same. Several other people have done the same thing, and it's to me, I feel blessed that I'm even here. Like, I'm just a regular dude, man. And that's, with the Romulan thing, I walked into that. I tripped over my balls going into the fucking room, and next thing you know, there I am. I'm now a
Yeah.
tester of the
Yeah.
Romulan.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and he sends me this giant banner, dude, this 3x3 banner. It's going to the Rainbow Room. Like,
I love it.
he's like, I appreciate you and all that. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? How did this happen?
But man,
And
like
I'm so thankful for
you
you
look
guys.
at so it goes back to the whole I've never heard anybody say anything bad about you. Like everybody has something positive to say about you, right? So there's that. But then you look at your garden and you're like, huh, this average, normal, regular Gary can grow some really
Knows
fucking nice
how to
plants.
grow.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you've made that name for yourself. And
Well,
I
it's
mean, at
funny.
the end of the day,
Yeah,
you owe it to you. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You did
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You grew this. You did the research. You learned how to do this. And that's why you're doing what you're doing now. And that's why people love you. And that's why people want you to grow their stuff, you know? So,
Yes.
And and I appreciate I really do. And I was thinking about the guy at work. I call him Long Ball Joe. I told him I was gonna give him a shout out. He always talks about he fucking I set on my nuts like we'd be at work or something. So I always call him Long Ball Joe. So I had to give Long Ball Joe a shout out. But he like he's a drinker. He's not a smoker. But I gave him a little bit, man. And this was months ago. And he's still just a little bit at a time, man. And he's like, man, I
yeah.
hit bold last night. I was just pumping it up. And then I was so high. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Mojo, you killing me, man.
That's
Yeah.
funny. I
He's
love it.
probably going to be watching this later on. So, yeah. But no,
Oh, yeah.
same thing with Fresh Princess. I didn't win this. She did it out of kindness of her heart.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have
Elle,
such
same
a
thing, the
great
design she
community.
made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing people out there. And
Yeah.
like, there's so many more people from the community that we have to get up here to have these conversations with because it's really cool getting to know the people behind those gardens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on Instagram, there's like
Yeah.
we still don't know what you look
Literally,
like. I
yeah,
mean, we do, but
yeah,
we don't. You know, so
yeah,
um, but it's nice getting to know like the thought process behind why you do that and what actually happened
yeah,
in your garden to make you actually go that route. You know, and
Yes.
it's cool to hear about people's trials and tribulations and why they do certain things or the fact that they're still going with something after having this problem or whatever it is. So like everybody's got a really cool story
yeah.
and you just got to have somebody to just kind of take it out of you, you know? So
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, and that's the thing. We go in and we talk and we have these conversations, and you walk out with one little gem. That's all it takes, and you carry
yep,
that on. and either into your grow, into your life, and you tell somebody or this, and it just follows, man. And it's cool. You know, I got my, you know, my MacGyverisms, I call them. You know, I mean,
Absolutely. Fuck, we didn't
stuff
even
that
get into
is,
that.
yeah. I mean, all those little things that I do. The magnet. You remember the whole magnet thing
Mm-hmm.
with the sign and stuff? Yeah. When
Yep.
she used to say
Yep.
that, and that's where the Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins like
Yeah.
came from. Really was that her from HDTC back then.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Back in the day. But again, like, I mean, that shows you how long we've
yeah,
known you
You've
for,
been
you know, like
apart. Yeah.
yeah.
you've been
Well,
hanging
that's
out
the
here.
thing. I had, you know, of the grow me of the week. Like
Yeah.
I think I had
Like
it a couple times.
way back
Yeah,
when,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
way
deserved
back
it.
when, for sure. Definitely.
yeah.
Like I said, we've seen Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins plants before, and I mean, they speak for
Thank God
themselves.
you've
I
seen it
can't
in
not
real
pick
life.
them.
Yeah, it's not AI. I promise you, it's not. He hasn't seen the rainbow room, but nobody sees the rainbow room, man.
Yeah.
Even you, CC. I'm talking to you, Miss CC. No, no, Miss CC.
That's funny.
Yeah,
But we have hit the end of the hour.
yeah.
So
I
do
know.
you want to let everybody know where they can find Thurgood motherfucking
Instagram,
Jenkins?
yeah. It's Thurgood.Jenkins.98 on Instagram. There is
Nice.
an imposter on there somewhere, but and it'll say Thurgood motherfucking Jenkins, MF Jenkins once you open it up is my handle is just Thurgood.Jenkins.98 underscore or
Nice.
not
We
underscore.
got a link down in the description so people don't go to the imposters page.
Yeah,
And just
Yes.
click the link and go straight to your page. So
but yeah, I mean, again, shout out to everybody in the chat, even showing up. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I love you guys. You're like my brother and my sister, man. You know,
absolutely, man.
we communicate outside of the show and everything, and you know,
Yes.
I don't have a lot of people in my life, man. So this is my life. Like this is in real life for me. You
Yeah.
know, I go to work and a lot of people hate me because I talk shit. You know, that's just who I am, man. If I see
We
wrong, I'm
love
gonna
your
call it
shit
out.
talking.
Yeah. You know what I mean? When I find good people and I work good with good people, you know, Long Ball Joe again. I gotta
Yeah,
find my people. You know,
Yes.
absolutely. Nope. We're glad that we finally got you up here, and we'll have to do it again because I know, like, we know
that's
quite a
good.
bit about you,
Good.
and I know there's a lot more. Like
Oh,
you
there's
said,
a
we didn't
lot.
even go through your MacGyverisms and your crazy
Yeah,
engineering skills and all that stuff, you know. So
yeah,
we'll bring you back one day, and we'll go through
yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
And
more
I
for
about
talk too
sure.
Thurgood
much. I'm too
motherfucking
high.
Jenkins.
You gotta let me not smoke before the show, man.
You what? Say what?
I said you gotta let me not smoke before the show.
Yeah, we were back there for like an hour almost with you. We were just chilling,
Yeah,
smoking.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
But
I
yeah, man,
definitely appreciate
we
you having me on, man. I enjoy it. You know, you guys are like my family, so
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we've become really good friends outside of the internet world, I guess. Like, it's
yeah,
still on the internet, but
it still
you know what
feels
I
like
mean?
the
Like,
real
it's
world, but you know,
off the shows and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah, you become definitely a family member for sure. Absolutely.
Much love, y'all. For real.
Absolutely. But man, we love you. We appreciate you being here, and
We do.
catch up with you Friday, sir.
Absolutely. Make sure everybody shows up Friday. Bring a friend. Hang out. Show your grow. You don't have to show your face. You see what I do. You show it. You can
Yep.
wear a mask. This is
You
a
don't
Yeah.
even
baseball mask. If anybody wonders, live face, bandana.
you can just have your camera pointed
Yeah.
at your garden. You don't even have to
Yep.
be on the screen at all.
You know, we just want to
It's
see
all
your
about the
plan.
plants on Friday night. Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
100%. But thanks for being here, Mr. Thurgood, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Absolutely, brother.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Have a great night. I love
Hell
Thurgood.
yeah. Yeah, Thurgood's a great dude. Great, great dude. Like I said,
He is.
he's honestly become family with us. He's
Hmm.
for sure somebody that I consider to be one of my best friends now, you know. So
Oh, yeah, for
he's a
sure.
great dude, great grower, and
He's
Yeah,
stuck with us Canadians now.
absolutely. But speaking of Canadians, next week we have another somebody that I call one of my best friends now, somebody that I've actually met in person, somebody that I've hung out with. Next week, we got Mr. Papa Puffs coming on, Gen X Grows. So
Nice.
that's gonna be a lot of fun. He's come on many, many times, just like Thurgood, to show his garden and stuff
Yep.
like that. But we've never actually had him up here for the full hour where it's just us and we can just learn about him, you know? So that's
He's
gonna be a lot of
also
fun.
another one that's been here before GCN. When we were
Long
the
before
other show,
GCN.
he's been here a long, long, long time.
Long time. Yep. Absolutely.
I think he
Absolutely.
even
So
has
yeah.
my original slaps.
Oh yeah. For sure he does. Most definitely. I actually just saw I just saw Chris Canaflower, Christopher Roy
Yeah.
on Instagram. I just saw his post the other day of all his slap board, and I was like, man, he's got my very first one on there. That's crazy. And your very first one, and the old
Yep.
HGTC one, and plus he's got our new one. I was just like, damn, he's got them all. So yeah, that was cool. But
Awesome.
I am gonna do up more slaps coming up soon. I know. I think it was Eskimo was asking about him on Friday. So I think in the next couple weeks or so, I think I'm going to maybe do some more slaps. So we'll let you guys know when we do that. But yes, next, right now, not next, right now, go head over to Tea with P. He is live. Go let him know that GCN sent you, and we'll catch you guys on Friday.
Have a great night, everybody.